Hi everybody, this is mobilize.org and we are here with Chris Golden. Chris, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thanks so much. As you said, my name is Chris Golden. I'm Executive Director and co-founder of myimpact.org. We're a Democracy 2.0 awardee, and we're building an online platform for young people in national and community service programs to tell their stories and demonstrate their impact.
What are some tips or suggestions that you could give to people who are going through this process right now that will help them?
So the Democracy 2.0 summits are really a great opportunity to come in with an idea or the framework for an idea and get a ton of feedback and suggestions that you can use to really improve your idea and make it more competitive at the award summit, but also to make it more sustainable and to really turn your idea into a project that can have great tangible results. There are a lot of terrific experts, thinkers, the best minds of the nonprofit, the youth engagement communities that Mobilize.org brings together around the issues that the award summits are focused on. The wealth of knowledge that's in the room is something that everybody should tap into. The speakers are more than happy to answer questions, to give advice or feedback, and definitely use that. Use the summit experience in the first half to perfect your application and the presentation of it in the second half of the conference.
Okay, and by sustainable, Chris, you don't mean going green and eco-friendly. You mean financially sustainable.
We mean financially sustainable, and really what we mean is scalable. It's starting with an idea that can produce specific tangible results and that can then be scaled upwards. Really, we want to focus all of the awardees on answering a problem that they identify, something concrete that their solution can help to address, and that can be the basis for further development.
So what would you say to somebody whose organization has applied and they're already fairly well established? How would you suggest that they improve and present their project in a way that's going to give them the best results?
And that was actually what we did at myimpact.org. And it's really important to not go to the award summit applying for funding for your organization. Look at an aspect of your programs. Look at something that could be improved, whether it be a process or another aspect of your programming. Take a look at the Democracy 2.0 declaration and look for areas of that declaration that are specifically applicable to your organization and the ideas that you're trying to promote. I think that's what we did at myimpact.org. We looked at the Democracy 2.0 declaration and we thought about how our organization fit with the ideas of Democracy 2.0. And especially the use of social media and technology. I know that's something that a lot of organizations are struggling with and are trying to incorporate into their processes today. And incorporating that in a way that also promotes Democracy 2.0 is a potential idea that organizations could come to the award summit hoping to seek funding for.
Could you give the people who will be presenting proposals any tips on what will make their presentation the best and most engaging and help them get the most out of the summit?
Sure. First, be sure to look at the documents in the acceptance packet that mobilize.org will give you. Make sure you hit all of the points. You develop a problem and solution and show how your idea is innovative and creative. But do that in a way that's engaging to your audience. Seek to tell a story, paint a picture, show how if your project is funded, it's going to change somebody's life. Not your life, but somebody who you're working towards. Telling a story, painting a picture, not getting into the details of each line item of your budget, because honestly, the audience doesn't want to hear about that. That's more for the judges when they look through your paperwork that you present. Paint a story. Make somebody moved by the presentation that you're going to give. That's going to help you when the audience, the millennial audience, scores your presentation.
So this year, Chris, all of our audience and participants will all be veterans, and all of our proposal competitors are also veterans. Since they have such a common bond, how do you suggest that proposal submitters capitalize on that and really maximize their audience.
And that's what's making this summit really unique and groundbreaking. It's going to be a fantastic opportunity. But there's still the option to look for innovative ideas. All of the presenters, all of the potential awardees should focus on what makes their project unique. What is the change potential? How could things be improved? How could change be made by each project that's proposed? That's what everybody should be looking at, both the presenters and those who will be voting on them.
So do you have any tips for the audience on how to watch a good Democracy 2.0 summit?
Have an open mind. Don't come in thinking that because of a title or because you might have seen somebody around the conference that their idea is going to be particularly bad or particularly good. Try to treat everybody equally, and also try to think about if you were presenting this project and understand that. Think about your personal situation and how this project may affect you or somebody that you know, but don't give that too much consideration. Try to consider the project in relation to the other ones that you've heard. It's really a great opportunity. It was my first time being a grant reviewer, so to speak, scoring presentations based on different criteria. So treat it seriously, but there can also be an element of fun involved.
Do you have any recommendations for people on how to network at the conference?
Sure. Make sure that you bring a business card with you, or bring something that has your name and email address, because these are people that you're going to want to connect with during the conference, but also later on. You're going to meet some great people who come to the Democracy 2.0 summits. Be open to new ideas and suggestions. Again, to improve, if you're coming with a thought or a proposal, or you're from an organization, be open to feedback, critical feedback that could make some changes for the better. Be open to networking that could develop some relationships that last well beyond the summit itself. That's what happened to us, both at the Chicago Summit, which was the most recent one that Mobilize.org sponsored, as well as previous summits that I've been fortunate enough to attend. These are great opportunities, and if you're watching and you're wishing you could go, remember that the summit is going to be webcast, so you can tune in online to watch it also.